Fortnite is nowhere near where it could be. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, basically, Fortnite could be a lot more fun and just overall be a way better game. But that might be impossible to do. There's never been a perfect game. You are never going to be able to please everybody with what you do. It seems like every time Epic Games adds in a new feature or a new item, 50% of the player base loves it and the other 50% doesn't like it. So I took on a challenge. This video, I'm going to try to find out how we can make Fortnite perfect. I'm going to mention some of the problems that I do have with the current state of Fortnite, such as some weapons that I think shouldn't be in the game, or some new things that should be added to challenges or skins, stuff like that. So what should I start with? What is the most prevalent problem that I face with Fortnite? So when I do get on Fortnite, it's mainly to show off the item shop. And there's a couple of problems that I do have with the item shops, and I have a couple of things that they could do to make the item shop seemingly perfect. So if it's a reset of skins that we've seen before, it's in there for 1 day, but if there's new skins, they're in there for 2 days. And the daily items are daily items. You guys might not have a problem with the item shop, and I don't really have a problem either, but there are some things that I feel like they should add. So if we're looking at the item shop interface, whenever you click on an item, basically all it is the picture of the item and description and the text and then how much it costs. Well, I feel like since pretty much everything is a part of a set, I feel like it should show everything that's in that set and what you have and what you don't have, because completing sets and just completing things in general are really fun to do within video games. So if you know what you need to complete a set, that would be awesome. And to make people want to complete a set even more, they could make it so if you get everything in one set, you get a special item. And that might increase their sales, because if someone has everything in a set except for one pickaxe and they see that, they might just go ahead and get the pickaxe to complete the set and get the reward. And another thing that I want to mention with the item shop is I feel like they should add more events, and I'm gonna pretty much explain what I mean by this. So a couple weeks ago, it was Black Friday, and they released an emote that was 0 V-Bucks. That was really cool. It was just something different, because normally everything that's in the item shop is costing money. Sometimes people don't have enough money, so they have to, use the free battle pass or something. But they got a free dance because of Black Friday. Not only that, I feel like they should have more events, such as maybe they released a skin for only 5 minutes in the item shop, and whoever was on for those 5 minutes went ahead and was able to pick that up. And we'll get into more things like that, more events, whenever we get to talking about challenges and stuff like that. But just for the item shop, maybe they should release a skin for, 30 seconds and see who can go ahead and pick it up. Or just release a skin that only has 500 entries, and the first 500 people to go ahead and click claim, they get that skin, and it'll become extremely rare. I think that would be really fun, and just another layer of fun into this game. Now, with the item shop out of the way, we're going to talk about one of the most basic thing that you would think of whenever you think of Fortnite, and that is skins, pickaxes, and just, cosmetics in general. For skins, I feel like they should add in a skin editor. Now, what I mean by this is maybe you like the skin of the chromium, maybe you like the metal skin to that, but you don't like her hair or her shirt. Maybe you like the Rose Team Leader shirt, the pink. Well, maybe you could make the Rose Team Leader have the metal skin. That would be really cool to be able to edit your skin to your liking. It would definitely make you feel more unique in a game where people will probably have your skin. I mean, if you buy like the Panda Team Leader, for example, people are going to have that skin. You're going to run into one of them, and it makes it feel kind of, weird seeing your own person facing up against you. But if you had a skin editor, you could make your own thing and just be super unique. Now, I don't really want to talk too much about pickaxes. I just feel like they should add more reactive things to pickaxes. So for example, the Jingu Bang, the more you hit it, the more fired up it gets, and it just looks really cool. It starts to have a glow around it, and that's what reactive means. It starts to react differently to what you do. I feel like every single pickaxe that is costing money should have something to do with that. It just gives you another reason to go ahead and buy it instead of just buying something that swings, you know what I'm saying? And emotes are the pretty much same thing. If we take a look at that new scorecard emote that was released about a week ago, don't even start with the Bobby Shmurda stuff. But I mean, about a week ago, it was released, and every time you do it, it changes the number on the scorecard. And I think that's really cool, because once again, it adds a layer of randomness and just fun to something that is just a dance normally, but now it changes. It's just like the rock paper scissors emote, where every time you do it, it's going to be different. Now, the events were one of the best things to happen to Fortnite. Before we had any of the tournaments and the pop-up cups and the royale, winter royale stuff and the practice tournaments, we just played the game. I mean, we weren't able to get into skirmishes unless you're a really good player. You would just play the LTMs and play the normal solo duos and squads. But now, if you think you're good enough, you can test your skills in these matches where everyone thinks they're good. And it's just fun all around to go ahead and face better people and actually be playing for some type of reward other than a victory royale. So once again, events, they're awesome. I feel like they don't really need to change too much. They just need to add more in, because at the time I'm recording this, the Alchemist Pop-Up Cup just ended on December 3rd, and this is when I'm recording it, so there's no event for me to go ahead and play, so that's kind of sucky. And we're going to talk about challenges before we talk about guns and all that stuff. Challenges, I feel like, aren't really beneficial unless you're trying to level up or get tiers. I feel like you should be able to work towards more items. Now, what do I mean by this? Let's take a look at some of these streamers who get, 1,000 wins per season. What do they get for that? 1,000 victory royales. That's all. Like, imagine hitting level 100 in any other video game. You would probably get some type of rare thing, or like a gold helmet or something that is valuable, and you would work for that. In this game, you hit level 100 and you get nothing. Like, at all. You get bragging rights to your friends that show you're a no-life. So maybe they should add more rewards. Every 5 to 10 levels you should get something. Like in season 1, at level 5 you got a banner that is really rare. I think that's the Battle Pass banner. And at level 25 you got the Mako glider, but now you don't really get too many items. Speaking of items, this is a very bad point of this game, and it's really made this game not fun for me. Do you guys know how many items there are in this game? Just take a guess. In the stock game modes of solo, duo, and squads, guess how many items you can get? You would say about like 15 or something, right? Like 15 counting grenades and just all the heals and stuff. It's 24. 24 different items. That is a lot. And don't even get me started on the weapons. There are so many different weapons and so many different items. And you would think that that brings a whole nother layer of fun and just replay value to this game, but it's kind of ruined the game for me. Every week they add in a new item or a new gun, and they neglect the problems that we have with this game. I really hope someone at Epic Games sees this. Who am I kidding? They're not gonna see this. Having all these weapons and items just overflows the game with too many things to process. Now, it doesn't seem bad to you guys probably that there's a lot of items, because like I said, there's more stuff for you to do, more things for you to experience. But for me, there's just something telling me that I don't like it, and it just oversaturates the fact that you can get items in this game. There's so many of them. How many weapons do you guys think there are in this game? You'd probably say about, 20 or something, but there's 24 weapons and 24 items. That's a lot of different weapons. And like I've been saying over and over again, you guys probably love this, that you can have all these different items, but for me personally, I just feel like it oversaturates it. If Epic were to make this game perfect in my eyes, I feel like they should take out some of the useless weapons and items, and here are some of them. The double barrel, I feel like if you have a heavy shotgun, a pump shotgun, and attack, you should be good. You don't need a double barrel. As well as the heavy assault rifle / hunting rifle. The heavy assault rifle probably should not be in the game, and or the hunting rifle, because they're kind of like the same thing. They do a lot of damage, but they're kind of slow firing. I feel like they're the same type of gun, just the heavy assault rifle can shoot more. It's just weird because like the SCAR outperforms the heavy AR by a lot, and the bolt outperforms the hunting rifle by a lot. So it's weird to me how they put worse versions of them in the game. And the Portafort, why is that in the game if you have a Portafortress? Like impulses were in the game and they added in shockwaves, but they took out the impulses because they said shockwaves are a better version. So why don't you take out the Portafort if the Portafortress is a better version? There's just plenty of things that I feel like they should remove from the game to make it feel less saturated. Now, there's a lot of metas that have been plaguing this game and kind of making this game fun. So in season 2, we had the double shotgun meta where you would shoot your shotgun and then switch to the other one to shoot it and then switch back, and it did spread out a lot of damage to your opponents. I mean, doing 2 shotgun blasts in the matter of a second was very important, and pretty much everyone did it. If you weren't doing it, you were going to get outgunned in close range. The SMGs just didn't compete. And then one thing I want to talk about is the build battle meta / glider redeploy. So in season 2 and 3, nobody really shot people down. You would get into build battles and you could get down in time, but now with everyone trying to shoot people down, it's horrible. They tried fixing this with glider redeploy. They had this feature in the game for a decently long time, and it kind of fixed build battles being able to be shot down, and it kind of brought back the life of Fortnite. Fortnite's main thing was building, and being able to get into build battles again without dying and throwing a controller was amazing until they took it out. For this game to be perfect again, I feel like they should add in glider redeploy because it kind of helps build battles, and like I said, build battles were an important part of the game to have fun for me. If they really want to make their game perfect again and get a lot more players, they should do all of these things that I mentioned in this video. Now, this is all my opinion. Don't go down below commenting, "Oh, this should have been in the game, you're stupid, glider redeploy is so dumb." Don't worry about that. It's just my opinion. If you have a different opinion, let me know. What would you add and or take out from Fortnite to make it perfect in your opinion? I hope that someone from Epic watches this video and tries to add in, glider redeploy. Preferably, because that's like my most favorite thing, because you can actually build battle. I've talked about that a lot, but just add in glider redeploy, please. But that is all for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, go ahead and leave me a like. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. I'm coming strong and they knew that. You ain't no competition, boy, don't think you wanna do that. You had your chance, but you blew that.